Hello, introverts and extroverts. I figured I should make a little Q&A again because I think it would be, a cute little tradition for the channel that every year I do a little recap on what went on in the last year and then answer some of your burning questions. So what happened for me and the channel in the last year, and how does it compare to my previous video? Overall, I'd say, better than I could ever even think of. Sure, some bumps here and there, but the good 100% makes up for it. Let's see, at the beginning of the year, I was mostly focused on finishing college, but I dropped out in the fall. For those of you wondering why I dropped out when I was so determined to finish my education after 6 years of college, well... It's because the course has changed so much since the first year. It was straying so far away from what I took the course to learn that I figured it was just time to finally start my career. That being, well, this. I never thought I'd be a YouTuber, but having to stop for a bit during the fall to go back to college after spending all summer focusing on my content, it made me realize that I love making content more than I already thought I did, and I can truly see myself doing this for the rest of my life if given the opportunity, which makes me so incredibly happy. I enjoy making stuff for you all, to show you my passions, to share my stories and parts of my life with you. Back to what's happened over the past year aside from college. Not only did my channel receive the gorgeously shiny silver play button, which I am endlessly proud to have received thanks to all of your support, but also thanks to you all, we've accomplished 2 major Ko-Fi goals, that being my new PC and a Vtuber model, which is being worked on as of the time that I'm recording this. What else to talk about? Oh, my partners! This year, Atlas, Sarah, and I celebrated our 1st year anniversary. And now we're going on to more than a year and a half of being together, which, is it sad to say that this relationship has lasted longer than all of my past relationships combined at this point? I guess that's what happens when you're in a healthy relationship where your partners love you as much as you love them, and who would have thought? I love them so much. I'm excited for my future with both of them. I think that's it. Oh, wait, my sister/roommate moved out, so Stella, the cat that you guys know and love, no longer lives with me, but that's okay. As much as I miss her, she was never my cat to begin with, and I'm slowly trying to afford and educate myself to get a beta fish, which I sort of manifested in my last story time because I need the encouragement. The last things I need to do as of this recording is actually buy the stuff to decorate the tank and, actually buy the fish. If you guys have any name suggestions, I'd appreciate it. I don't know what color I'm gonna get. I mostly just want the fish to be happy and healthy and give it a good home. But yeah, okay. Now on to your burning questions. What are your favorite specific digital art tools, software, brushes, etc. that you rely on for your signature style? And what other art mediums would you be interested in trying? I use Procreate for drawing, but for my brush, I actually have a custom brush that I'm pretty sure only I have. It was a brush from the earlier days of Procreate that got removed, and I love this brush so much. I used it for everything. But when they suddenly removed the brush, I was just devastated, and so I contacted customer support, and the employee that helped me was so kind and understanding that they gave me a file with the old brush, and now I use the brush to this day. I use other brushes here and there, but my go-to will always be this little custom brush. For the second part of your question, I want to get better at painting, but every time I try, I remember why I don't paint. How do you organize your video ideas? Whenever I try, I get overwhelmed because I don't know where to start. I still experiment here and there, but I have a pretty decent workflow going on right now. My creative process goes in steps, and those are script, recording, editing part 1, sketches, coloring, editing part 2, music, thumbnails, all that little uploading stuff. Why is there two editing steps in there? Well, the first one can be removed. Sometimes I just like having the base of my sprites moving around and figure out where to put my drawings in later, instead of doing all the editing at once, which can be very intimidating. I'm sure my workflow is very unorthodox, so try and find whatever works best for you. What is your favorite video that you made? It was the video that probably most of you remember. It was my first popular one, but since then other videos have surpassed it. But it was my messing with scammers video. I wish I did better on it now, but back then I worked so incredibly hard on it. Each text on screen, each frame of the characters moving was each its own separate screenshot. I was so incredibly proud that so many of you enjoyed it. I wish I could make a part 2, and I hope one day I have enough new scammer conversations. It would be nice to see how much my drawing, editing, and general pacing of the video would have changed over time now that I've grown so much as a creator. What's your favorite meal? Meal. Why does meal not sound like a real word? What's going on with me? I do have a hard time picking favorites, but as of right now, jalapeno poppers. Store-bought or my own homemade recipe, I don't care. It's just so good. How do you draw so good using a finger and a tablet? I forgot that some of you guys don't know that I don't have an Apple Pencil or anything. For the last, I won my first tablet in middle school. Jesus. Almost 10 years now. Okay, so basically for the last 10 years, I've been drawing with my finger. Every frame, every sprite, almost every piece of digital art I have ever made has been done with my right index finger. That's insane now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I can draw with pencils, just digitally, I prefer my hands. When will you start using your Vtuber model? I want to see more of her, as you've mentioned that she's an AU of your persona. I'll start using her as soon as Yuki Buns is done rigging the model I drew, and as soon as I figure out how to set up the camera I bought. As for Vtunis, yes, she's an alternate universe version of my Sona. When I think VTubers, I think of the unique backstories and designs that they have for their characters. I wanted to keep cartoonist in some way, but also have some creative liberties and still being able to see my VTuber model as a separate character. That's how I came up with her design and story. Basically, she's cartoonist from a separate universe. She loved creating content so much, day and night, that's where her focus was, and one night, a magical, unknown force sucked her into the screen, trapping Vtunis into the internet. Day after day, her life force was draining away, till she made the ultimate sacrifice, fusing herself into the internet, trapping her there, but assuring that she'd stay alive till she can figure out a way to come back. To keep her sanity, she plays games and interacts with her fans. Whenever she's not on your screen, she's working away on a solution to get back home. So yeah, a Vtunis will only be taking over gameplays, while Cartoonist, that's what you're watching right now, will continue presenting Storytimes. That way, once I start using her, Storytimes and gameplays will be more distinct on the channel. I think I'll need to change my YouTube banner. I asked my fans what to nickname Vtunis, and you guys lovingly gave her the nickname Toonie and VT, so you're free to call her that if Vtunis doesn't suit your tastes name-wise. So yeah, Cartoonist and Vtunis are two separate characters, but they both represent me. Cartoonist is always going to be the main one, though, because, well, she's me. What's your favorite horror game? No rambling, Jess. I'm not gonna ramble. I'm just gonna stand here, and I'm not even gonna say the name, because if I say the name, it's gonna make me ramble, and I'm not gonna ramble. I'm gonna do nothing. I have no clue if this question was already asked, but what's with the sock puppets? I'm not dissing in any way, because they all genuinely look good. I just noticed a trend. Well, the sock that you know and love was supposed to just be a one-off joke, a teasing representation of what I jokingly thought the audience was thinking while I was writing my scripts. And you guys love them so much that sock has just become a reoccurring character that I've developed more and more. When trying to figure out what to give my higher tier supporters, I want it to be something that I could conceivably do no matter what, without putting, like, extreme amounts of pressure on me to perform when story times take up a lot of my time. So I came up with the idea that once a month they can vote on a list of sock parts and I'd create a sock character based on that and add them to this little sock town. So far, there's Sock, obviously, Stocking, Ort, Gladio, Terry with a Y, yes, that's their full name, Frankie, Bruno, and the newest one, which completes all of 2025 socks since I started this concept about halfway through the year. Also, the socks are genderless because they are socks, so you can call any of them any pronouns you want. He, she, they, you'd be correct. The socks are yours to love and appreciate, and I think every year with these videos I'll have a little slideshow at the end giving a brief description of each one made during that year, so you guys can, you know, make the socks have their own little fandom if you want, with headcanons and ships, but just please no fighting about it. As long as your stuff isn't harmful or inappropriate, who cares? They are socks. Obviously my stuff is the canon, but I don't know where I'm heading with this. Basically, the sock puppets are just a silly little thing for my fans, and I encourage you guys to have fun with it. What's your favorite type of dress or outfit to wear? Well, there's the one that I draw myself in. I like it a lot, but lately I've been getting a bit more self-conscious about wearing this outfit, so recently I've been wearing something a bit more like this, and I've been getting a bit more comfortable wearing more feminine stuff. I've liked feminine stuff, but I always felt like I couldn't wear anything cute because of what I look like, but Sarah and Atlas have been helping me with my self-confidence, even though they might not see that progress is being made because of how insecure I am, but still, skirts and dresses are a huge, big step for me, and I'm glad I'm getting a bit more comfortable wearing what I wish I could wear. What's your favorite type of atmosphere or genre in games? I have two main types of game atmosphere that I like. I like games that make me question things, that make me reflect on the symbolism of each pixel put into it. I want to think at length of each dark and creative twist, each design choice, each game mechanic. I want my games to put me in a dark corner and have me face each part of me that I hate about myself, just to try and get a taste of some kind of happy resolution to the trauma that I might never find in my waking life for as long as I live. And then there's also, like, ooh, soft, cozy game that's mostly made by Nintendo, some of them not, but, like, a lot of cozy games, yeah, fun times. Oh, speaking of, what's your favorite comfort game? It's the famous You Are Mr. Gay himself, it's Mario Galaxy! I pray that the movie is decent. Did you ever imagine yourself making a community with over 100,000 people, maybe more in the span of just 2 years? I did not, but I'm grateful every day. I just wish I could make my story times faster so I can have even more stuff to give you guys. But hey, chat, let's make it to 1 million subscribers by tonight! Guys, I'm making a joke. That would literally be impossible. Do you have any signature art techniques, like using a favorite tool, drawing with a specific motion, or implementing a shortcut? Oh, Bucket Tool, my beloved, you always let me down whenever I miss a spot, but I truly do love you. Basically, all three of these ask how much I felt I've improved in the last year. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this year went even better than the last, which was already a pretty decent year because my whole life basically turned around. And I feel like I've improved as a person thanks to my partners. Some days are harder than others, sure, and sometimes memories hold me back, but I'm slowly trying to improve my confidence and my skills. It's just hard when you're told you're one thing your whole life to just trust that people love you for you despite that one thing. And my goal next year is to improve even more, and I hope by next video like this I'll be even happier and more confident within myself. Sweet, sour, or spicy? Well, if I can't choose Team Salty, I'll be Team Spicy, which is funny because I have a bunch of characters based off of desserts. Do you have a favorite video game character, and why?
Up top, above you!
Do I even need to explain myself? Look at him! How did you decide on the name, The Introverted Cartoonist? Well, I've gone by a lot of names online, but I feel like The Introverted Cartoonist was like the first one where I'm like, yeah, this is me. I wanted to find like a username that nobody else had, but one that really spoke to me, which was a very, very hard thing to figure out, and I'm glad that this is the name that caught on. I don't know how exactly it came to be, it sort of just happened. I'm curious on this one. How did you meet your partners? Well, it's a long story, and I'll only really tell it if they are comfortable with me telling it one day. What do you do when you spend time with your partners? Like, do you just draw or what? Well, my partners and I are long distance for now, and I hope one day I can afford to meet them in person, but usually what we do is we talk, we play games, we watch videos and shows together, or just be in each other's presence. Atlas likes to rage bait me on occasion. And what I like about my relationship with them is how well they know me. Sarah and Atlas can just tell by the tone of my voice how I'm feeling. They can read me like a book, and apparently I'm so predictable that they can gauge my reactions before I can even respond. I've never felt so seen before. Who are your favorite Final Fantasy characters, and are you thinking about playing JRPGs on your channel? Well, I've only really played Final Fantasy 15 so far, and I'm slowly getting through 7, so I gotta say I love my Chocobros. As for playing JRPGs on my channel, I would be down for it, I just don't know which ones I should play. What types of story times can we expect? I have a whole list of video ideas, and I can't wait to get to every single one of them. I have ideas for future story times, ideas for future art content. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything though. Just know I have enough content written in this bad boy to last me a long time. Those are all the questions I wanted to answer in this year's video. I hope next year continues to improve, and I hope the same for you guys watching. Once again, thank you for allowing me to entertain you. When I see your comments, when I see your support, when I see you guys saying how much you love my art, my content, and my stories, when I hear you guys call me one of your favorite YouTubers or artists, I can't even begin to explain how good it makes me feel and how it motivates me to do my very best, especially when you guys tell me that I helped you love making art again. Thank you so, so much. Especially with how the world treats artists this day and age, it's so nice to see so much support, positivity, and love for what I do and the work that I put into this. I might not be the fastest at making content, I might not be the most interesting or exciting, but I try so hard every day to be the YouTuber that I want to see, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me. Happy New Year, my introverts and extroverts. Stay tuned for so much more.